Now, Bani Israel start to panic. They say, Ya Musa, what is this? What kind of plan is this? What kind of? Where have you got us? There is sea in front of us, and this Pharaoh and his army after us. They said, Inna lamudrakun. We are done, Musa. We are done. What's happening? I mean, what kind of plan is this? You told us that we have to leave Egypt, and we've come here, now there's sea in front of us, and there's army behind us. Where do we go now? What do we do? So we are done. We are done. Now there's nothing remaining. Inna lamudrakun. We have been overtaken, Musa. We're gone. They started panic. They started anxious and scared. So what's going to happen next? Now we're starting the series today of Musa AS, and we'll discuss the story not from the beginning. Not from the beginning. We will start the story from the end. This is a special story. This is a special story. We will start the story from the end. From the end. From the end. Okay? So, now, let's have the story. Now, there were these people. They lived, but when it's 20 minutes, you need to indicate to me, so that I can adjust my thing. Okay, around 20 minutes, you tell me, because you're going to try something. So, this story, now these people called Bani Israel, the family of Israel, they lived in Egypt. They lived in Egypt. And they lived with their families, with their children, and they were in Egypt for a long, long time. So the people of Bani Israel, they were oppressed. They were oppressed by a king, a cruel king. And this king was Pharaoh. This king was Pharaoh. They were oppressed by him. They were tortured by him. Pharaoh used to make them do hard work, difficult work. He used to give them low wages, low salary, and he did not respect them. He did not respect them. So poor wages, hard, difficult work, no respect. And Pharaoh was so cruel, that once he decided that I want to kill all the newborn children of Bani Israel. I want to kill all the newborn children of Bani Israel. And I won't let the girls live. So whenever a boy was born, soldiers would be waiting outside the house. They say, okay, who is born? If boy, they take the boy immediately and they would kill the boy. So he was a cruel king. And so the story starts with Bani Israel being oppressed by this cruel king called Pharaoh, and he used to torture them. He used to oppress them. He used to humiliate them. And they were living a tough life. So Allah sent a prophet to these people. Allah sent a prophet to these people. And this prophet's name was Musa AS. So Musa AS, he was sent to these people. And he went to Pharaoh and he told him that, look, these people are oppressed. Don't do this. Don't oppress them. Don't humiliate them. And let them go. Let them go. But Pharaoh said no. How can you say that? Pharaoh was a ruler who said, I am God. I'm Na'uzubillah. He said, Ana Rabbukumul A'la. I'm the most highest God. So you should worship me, he said. You should worship me. Now, Musa AS said, no, you're not the God. The God is above heavens. The God is Allah. How can you be God? So Musa AS talked to Pharaoh. He told him, but Pharaoh didn't listen. He didn't listen. Many years passed. Then Allah sent many miracles. Musa AS had many miracles, but Pharaoh didn't listen. They said, this is pure magic. This is pure magic. How can you do this? And he didn't listen to Musa AS. Fine. So finally what happened? After talking to Fir'aun, after trying to convince him, after everything, Allah told Musa AS, now you leave Egypt. Now Musa AS was a prophet who used to talk to Allah. He used to talk to Allah. Yeah, it was called Kalimullah. Kalimullah. Musa, Kalimullah. So he used to talk to Allah. So after many years, when Fir'aun didn't listen, Allah told Musa AS, now you leave Egypt with Bani Israel. Allah told him. What time? Allah said you leave in the night. You leave in the night when all the Egyptians, Fir'aun and his people and his army are sleeping. You leave Egypt in the night. Silently. You leave? You leave quietly. You leave? Quietly. You leave? Quietly. So Musa AS told everybody, fine, it's time now. Allah has commanded us to leave Egypt. And in the night they packed their bags, their jewelry, their whatever they had with them, whatever household stuff, whatever they could carry with them, they packed women, children, old men, young men, everybody, and they left Egypt. They left Egypt. So our story starts from here. Bani Israel, they left Egypt in the night. Once Allah ordered them, you have to leave. Now Allah told them, you have to go east. You have to go east towards the sea. Towards the sea. That was Allah's order. They said, okay. They left at night and they leave quietly. Now, of course, when so many people leave, people get to know. So Fir'aun got to know, oh, they've left without my permission. How can they leave? And he said, fine, don't worry. I'll chase them down. I'll hunt them down. And I'll destroy them. These people are nobody. These are nobody. They are poor people, miskin people. They don't have any power. I'll destroy them, don't worry. So Fir'aun gathered his army. He collected his army. Yeah. And he set out to catch Bani Israel who were leaving. Now they left some distance and Fir'aun left after some time. Yeah. So maybe they left in the night and Fir'aun left maybe tahajjud time. Yeah, Allah knows best. So he left with his army and then he's following them. The Bani Israel are also going faster. Yeah, because they have to leave. They have to, go away from there. Now what happens? SubhanAllah. Bani Israel, they reach the sea. They reach the sea. Now, what do? How do they walk on the sea? How do they cross the sea? There is sea in front of them and they're waiting what to do now. Where is the ship? Where is the ship? But there is no ship. So now Bani Israel, they see the sea in front of them and they don't know what to do. It's about to be morning. It's morning time. Yeah, when they reach the sea, it's morning time. And the sea in front of them. Now the sea is the Red Sea. The sea is the Red Sea. When you see in map, there is Red Sea. So they reach the sea and what to do now? After some time, Bani Israel, the people, they saw some dust in the horizon. They saw some dust in the horizon. Now what is the dust? What is dust? This dust is the army of Fir'aun. Oh, Fir'aun has come. His army is approaching. They see dust in the horizon. This is Fir'aun and his army. Now Bani Israel start to panic. They say, Ya Musa, what is this? What kind of plan is this? What kind of plan? Where have you got us? There is sea in front of us. And this Fir'aun and his army after us. They said, Inna lamudrakun. We are done, Musa. We are done. What's happening? I mean, what kind of plan is this? You told us that we have to leave Egypt and we come here, now there's sea in front of us and there's army behind us. Where do we go now? What do we do? So we're done. We are done. Now there's nothing remaining. Inna lamudrakun, we have been overtaken, Musa, we're gone. They started panicking, they started anxious and scared. So what's going to happen next? What's going to do? Happen next? They fast approaching and they see in front of us, Musa, what do we do? Then subhanAllah, Musa alayhi salam, there is doubt. People say, is this the right place? One of them said, is this the right place, Musa? Is this the right place? Is this where you were asked to bring us? Are you sure? They're not sure. What's happening? They're panicking. They are panicking. And when they panic, you say all sorts of things. They say, is it the right place? Have we come to the right place? There is sea and there is army. What do we do? Then Musa alayhi salam, in that moment of uncertainty and doubt and fear, because he doesn't know what to do next. Allah just told us, you go there, he's come here. What next? He doesn't know. Yeah, but he said, Kalla. He said, no way. He said, no way. Inna ma'iya rabbi sayahdeen. He said, my Lord, my Allah is with me. My Allah is with me and He will guide me. So Musa alayhi salam, in that moment, that extreme moment of fear, people are saying, is this the right place? When did He got us? We are gone, we are dead, Musa? He said, La, no. Kalla, inna ma'iya rabbi, my Lord is with me, my Allah is with me. He'll guide me. He said this, and then what happened? Guess what happened? Then Allah told Musa alayhi salam, you go to the sea and hit it, strike it with your stick, with your staff. With your staff. Musa alayhi salam had a stick with him. He said, strike the sea with your stick. Musa alayhi salam struck the sea. He hit the sea with his stick. And then what happened? Huge wind started to blow. What started to blow? Huge wind started to blow. And the water started to separate. The sea water started to separate. And the wind is blowing and the water is separating and the water is moving up like this. It's creating passage like this. It's creating and it's moving up and the sea water became huge mountains. Huge mountains. 2 mountains of water. Huge mountains of water. Walls of water. And there's passage between them. Now imagine everybody's watching it. The Bani Israel are watching it. Musa alayhi salam is watching it. The Prophet of Allah, the Nabi of Allah, whose faith was so strong, he said, Kalla, no. It's not possible. We won't be abandoned. We won't be forsaken. We won't be killed. So the water, huge mountains of water are forming. Yeah. And there's this dry passage between them. And Musa alayhi salam tells the people, Yalla, let's go. This is why Allah asked us to come here. This is why Allah asked us to come here. And they started crossing the passage. The Bani Israel and their children and their women and their old men. Everybody started walking. And they're moving fast because Pharaoh is behind them. He's after them. They're scared. They're scared. They're scared. They think Pharaoh and his army would just decimate them. They just kill them. So they're moving faster and faster. And they just want to cross this sea. And then they move along this path and they cross the sea. They reach the other side. Now once they reach the other side, Pharaoh is there now. He's reached the shore. His army has reached the... Now Pharaoh saw this and said, oh, what is this? The sea has opened and this passage. Yeah. Now any sensible person at this time would have said what? Would have said what? That Musa's God is real. Khalas. Musa's God is real. He's a real God. This is a pure miracle, He said, Khalas. Now, either we go back and we'll be believing Musa's God. Because Musa alayhi salam has been inviting Pharaoh to Allah, to Islam for a long, long time. Listen, now you saw the miracle. Now, any person in senses would say, okay, fine, now it's time for us to believe now. Khalas, it's over. But Pharaoh said what?
It's open.
Pharaoh said what? Pharaoh said what? Pharaoh said, this passage has opened up for me. He said, this passage has Because I'm the God. So good, look the passage of Muni, let's go. Let's go. So he didn't say, we go back and this is like scary. This is scary and Musa AS and Bani Israel, the God, Allah is with them. So let's now let them be and we go back. No, he didn't say that. He said, let's go. This passage has opened up for me and my army and we'll chase them down. We'll hunt them down. So he, in his arrogance, in his pride, he didn't see reason, he didn't see logic. He entered the sea with his army in the passage. Now Bani Israel are standing on the other side and they're watching here. They're saying, oh, Pharaoh is coming. And then they're moving away, they're running. And when Pharaoh and his army reach the middle of the passage, the sea, the mountains of water start to collapse. They start to collapse. And they start to crush the army and the soldiers and the horses and Pharaoh and everybody. The mountains are collapsing. Imagine huge mountains collapsing of water. Water is heavy. Water is heavy. These huge mountains are collapsing and everybody in the army is getting crushed and killed and drowned and they are done. Now Pharaoh, when he sees this, this is not what I thought. This is not what I thought. This is the true God. And they said, oh, I believe in the Lord of Bani Israel. I'm Muslim now. He's saying this. SubhanAllah. Pharaoh is saying this. Allah is saying in Qur'an. He's saying, oh, I believe in Bani Israel, the God, their God. I'm a Muslim now. Oh, he's lying. He's saying that. And Allah says in Qur'an, Al-an. Do you believe now? Now you believe when you're about to die? Yeah, you saw so many miracles before. You saw the sea becoming 2 mountains. And you believe now? وَقَدْ عَسَيْتُ قَبْلُ And you disbelieved. And you disobeyed before. Now you believe? Now your tawbah, your repentance is not accepted. And Pharaoh drowned. And he died with his entire army. Well, now Bani Israel, they're watching everything from the shore. They're watching it. They're saying, oh, this is how Allah has done it. Our enemy who ruled over us for 60 years. 60 years of zulm, of injustice, of cruelty, of worst treatment. And now he's dying right in front of our eyes. Yeah? So imagine they were so happy and relieved. And they saw the power and justice of Allah. They saw the power and justice of Allah. And Pharaoh drowned. And then Allah said what? Allah said in the Qur'an that today we will save your body. We will save your body. So the water did not drown Pharaoh's body. He died and the water threw up his body on the shore. Threw up his body on the shore. So people saw it of the body of Pharaoh, who used to call himself God. They saw his body floating on the water and his body is preserved until this day in a museum in Egypt. Pharaoh's body is still there. And Allah said we will save your body for people to learn from. Yeah. To learn the lessons from. As a sign that look, this is person who used to oppress people. So this is a story of Musa AS, and that's how Allah saved them from the oppression and from the tyranny of Pharaoh. Yeah, and then these people went away to the other side, and then we have more incidents happening. But that's it for today. And